Hello everybody, welcome back to 2 Minutes with the Farmer. We just pulled off a bunch of ewes to sell, and I was wondering, how did you know which sheep that we should get rid of?
Good question. To answer that question, you have to be paying attention all year long with the sheep. Pretty much there's 3 ways you can get a one-way ticket to the sale barn here on our farm. The first one is if you don't have a baby,
Okay.
or
yes.
you lose your baby in the process of getting it to weaning.
Okay.
So you're right, last week we weaned the male lambs and checked everybody over, and if they didn't have an udder, the mamas, that means they either didn't have a baby or their baby died somewhere along the way. So you get 1 trot. If you don't make it, you get to go to the sale barn. Number 2 is if they have parasite problems, worms, or really bad foot issues. That's a one-way ticket to the sale barn. We check them year-round, and we'll write their numbers down that are having trouble with their feet or with parasites. How can you tell if they have parasites, Brody?
Well, they definitely look skinnier, dirtier, and they just don't really look like a healthy animal.
And another telltale sign is diarrhea.
Yes.
They have diarrhea, something's wrong. And then the third way you get a one-way ticket to the sale barn in our herd is if you don't respect the hot wires.
Oh, yes.
Sheep are a herd animal, so if one of them figures out that it can go through the one strand of hot wire and go wherever it wants, everybody else follows along. And Brody doesn't like chasing sheep, do you?
No, I do not.
So we try to mark those down and sell them. So last week we took a bunch in last Thursday of our cull. They're called cull animals, meaning you don't want them anymore, you're going to sell them. And so we'll see, hopefully we'll get the check tomorrow, see how we did.
Does the same thing go for cows, or is it just a little bit different for the cattle side of things?
Good question. The exact same thing goes for cows.
Okay.
With the exception of the cow that had the C-section this year.
Okay.
We're going to eat her.
Get in my belly!
Instead of selling her
Yeah.
because we need some meat. So that would be the only exception. You don't get to stay in the herd. You either get eaten or sold.
Thank you, Dad,
Anytime,
for coming
bro.
out here again. And I'll see you guys next time on That's a Farm with 2 Minutes with the Farmer.